Hey Tanvi,
Hey, hi Furkan.
how are you?
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah, audible, perfect.
So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking.
Okay, perfect. So,
So, I'm back to trouble you with a lot of.
not an issue.
I heard, I heard people were actually not troubling you.
Not an issue. Okay, so did you get a chance to look into the sessions like recordings?
Yes, actually, I did look into both of the sessions, and
Okay.
yeah, there were a couple of breaks, so I was able to finish it like an hour from now.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, those were quite informative.
Okay.
When I started off with the second session for the 14th of November,
Mm-hmm.
it stated alter. It had few of the comments over there. And I was like, did I miss something or what? Then I tried to play the last part again for the previous call. And I was like, no, that is something I needed the clarity on. Then I went ahead with the recording and then I was able to understand, okay, what's happening.
Okay, perfect. You can connect with
Yep.
me if you have any clarification if you're looking for.
Definitely. I will definitely do that. Yep.
Yeah, sure. So today I'm planning to start with the assignments. Okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let me choose this. Joined. So guys, let's wait for 1 to 2 minutes. Maybe others will be joining. Even I'm trying to gather few documents which was related to assignment. I'm trying to bring all those things on my email ID.
Sure. And just to confirm, you did not share the Excel file for 14th, right?
14th, I think I have shared. Not sure if.
I was only able to find the one for 13th. I couldn't find the one for 14th.
Okay. If it's
I'm
not
not sure.
there,
I'll
no
have to
issues.
check it again.
I will share that again. No issues. If it is not there.
I think that would be appreciated if you can do that.
Yeah, sure. I will share it. Sure.
Thanks.
It's not going through.
We can see your Gmail though. Just FYI.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gather the assignments, screenshots, and all those things. So I'm trying to start with that only today.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow now. Let's join 5 participants. Okay. Hi all. So just give me 1 minute, guys. I'll start immediately. Just not there. Perfect. It's not getting downloaded. Not sure why. And then I was having one sheet as well, I think, which I have shared. Docs, SQL assignments. Okay. SQL assignments. Isn't that only SQL assignment 1 or SQL assignment 2? Okay, so let's try it. SQL assignments. No, this one. Yeah, this is the one. Let me share this. Okay. Fine. Okay, yeah, this was the this change. It is this done, but perfect element. Fine, perfect. So I think we are all set. We have Abdul Malik, Amir, Furqan, Shafia, Somshekar. Fine. So I think we are all set to start. So what's the plan? So first of all, do you guys have any any clarification, or you have any confusion, any doubt, and you want me to discuss on that, or shall we start with the assignments? What's the thought? Anyone, please confirm.
Prior to that, are we done with numbers?
Numbers, sorry.
Number of people in the meeting?
Yeah, I think we have five, so we can start. No issues. Others will be joining.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So what's the session, guys? Shall we start with the assignments, or if you have any clarification, you want any clarification or any doubt you have, please quickly. You don't have much time. I'm going to start the assignments then. Okay. So this was the first question.
Yeah, I think we can discuss this assignment in the meanwhile others join if
Sure.
they are.
Yep. Connection is listed. Okay. This is very bad. Students. Okay, this is perfect. I think fine. So this was the sample table. Okay, and I think we have a couple of questions based on this. This was the first question. Write a query to update the product from iPhone to Apple. Okay, so I think most of you have done, means it was correct. You all have tried. That was correct. Okay, so I'm writing a query for this update. And what was the name of the table?
Inventory table.
Inventory. Okay, update inventory. Okay, set product from product, set product is equal to iPhone to Apple, right? iPhone to Apple. Okay.
Mhm.
Apple. Then what else? Where
The product is iPhone.
product is equal to, is this correct?
iPhone. Yep.
So you have to take care of the case as well. So here P is in caps. So I must have to write this in caps. So guys, this is very important. So most of the responses what I have received. So you have not taken care of case. So please, in data, you have to be very much careful with the case. Okay. So I think this is clear. First question. Anyone any doubt on this?
No.
No. Perfect. Okay. Now the next question. Write a query to swap the warehouse names. You see here I have mentioned like swapping, what the swapping means. Okay, but sometime when you're trying, if you guys are practicing from HackerRank or Leads.com, any other platform, so they will not mention you. Okay, and sometimes they used to mention. I'm not commenting on that part, but you should know what swap means. Okay, so I mentioned here swap the warehouse name. Okay, I have explicitly mentioned swap the warehouse name. So here the warehouse is San Francisco and San Jose. So we have only two values. So I'm asking to swap. It means wherever you have San Francisco, make it San Jose, and wherever it is San Jose, make it San Francisco. So this is the meaning of swap, guys. Hope this is clear because I have received multiple queries on this. You guys were asking that what's the meaning of swaps. Hope this is clear now. Okay. So for this, you can write a query. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to include both the statements into one step,
I,
right?
I will come to that. I will come to that. Okay.
Because
I will
if we
come
do
to
one at a time, I mean, you would have everything as the same.
perfect. Yeah. That I will do. Set warehouse is equal to San Francisco. Okay. No, yeah. So that's what case I have to take. I want to tell you about the case. Okay, inventory. Set case when warehouse is equal to San Francisco. Cisco. Set case when San Francisco. Is it then San Jose you want, right? San Jose. Okay. Else San Francisco. Guys, let me do one thing, okay? Because I know if I will write this thing, no, that will not clear because that will be theoretical. Or else what I can do is I can keep all this data in a table, and from that I can tell you that how this is working, because you will get a realistic feeling that yeah, I'm writing this query and I'm running this query, because until and unless I don't have this data in the table, no, that will not make sense. So let me do one thing today, okay? What I will do is let me start with the agenda, okay, and meanwhile this concepts will come. I will try to insert this data in the table and I will show you that, because I don't want to do this theoretical, and I'll just show you that this is the query. You will not get a practical feelings, okay? So let me do one thing. So before that, these are the topics which we have already covered. So anyone, if you have any doubt, please tell me out of these topics. Any doubt on this topic? These topics we have covered already. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, you are free to ask at any point of time. Okay, and this is the agenda for today. I'm not telling that I'm going to cover all these things today. I will try to cover as much as it is possible. Okay, so let's start with the constraints, and my session will proceed in such a way that this will not be only theoretical or practical or means hands-on. I will try to mix. Okay, so first, what is constraints? Any idea what is constraints? Who will tell me, guys? Please fast. We don't have sufficient time. We don't have. I want to do more hands-on, so I want a quick response from you guys. What is constraints?
Nope, no idea.
No idea. Anyone else? I think we have discussed, no? Like if we are creating a table employee, and I mentioned here employee ID is a primary key, so this is a constraint, right? It's like we are imposing some protocols, right? You might remember that.
Right.
Yeah, so this is like a constraint on employee ID, that employee ID must be a primary key. Similarly, here we have discussed that the combination of two columns. This was the composite primary key, and here I mentioned primary key. It means this is a primary key. So again, this is a constraint. Why I'm telling this is a constraint? Because if I have mentioned that this is a primary key, then you cannot insert null records. There should not be duplicate records, right? That's why these are known as constraints. Is this clear, guys? I think we have discussed, no, these things. Anyone headed out? No. Okay, fine. So similarly, I have shown you a few more constraints here. Like if I've taken ID column, number is a data type. If I mention unique here, you see, if I mention unique constraint or I mention primary key constant, they are not one and the same. Okay, please make a note of this. If I mention unique here, it means this value must be unique. So this is again a constraint. Why I'm telling all these things? Because in your interviews, you can get question on this, that what are constraints on a table level? Tell me with the help of some example. So this is the first one you can tell about the primary key. Okay, and the second is what? The unique. Okay, so I have written something here. As per the above constraint, ID must be unique, and if you're trying to insert duplicate IDs, DB will throw an error message. Okay, and then I think this is something new constraint you have. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, so I have created a table employee here. Who will tell me what's the constraint here in this syntax? what is the constraint or what is the rule I have implemented in this step? Who will tell me?
ID. ID
What is the rule?
should be less than 5.
Be greater than 5.
Sorry, it should be more than 5 years.
Okay, perfect. Values. Now tell me one thing. 1 a comma 4. Tell me if I will run this, what will happen? What should be the output? Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
If I will run this, what should be the output?
So it would take the ID number as 1, name as A, and ID is, oh no.
What will happen here? Who will try? Guys, please try here. I'm not telling that I want correct answer. Just try at least. Very simple. See, it's very simple. I'm surprised. You see, I have mentioned here ID is greater than 4, right? So this is a constraint I'm applying on a table level. That
It's
ID
checking
must...
whether the ID is actually more than 5 or not.
Yeah. So here I have mentioned that ID is okay. 1 minute. We have only 2 columns. No, remove this. I have mentioned here ID is greater. ID must be greater than 5. But what is the ID I'm passing here?
1.
1. So is it a violation or not?
It is.
What will happen?
It should throw you an error
It
stating
should
that
throw an error message, right? You have to face penalty. Let me run this.
Right.
Check constraint violated. It's telling that Tanvir, you have violated a check constraint. Hope this is clear.
Yes, it is.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Guys, please interact. Okay. Otherwise, I will lose interest here, really. Okay, what about this? If I will run this, what will happen? Huh?
It should insert the values.
Why?
Being ID more than 5.
Yeah, because I'm following the protocol here. I mentioned that ID must be 5, and I've taken ID is equal to 6. So that is greater than 5. So it should not throw me an error message, right? So you see one row inserted. If you want to check, you can write select a star from M5 and data will be there. Is this clear, guys?
It is.
Okay, clear to only Furqan and Shafi, I think. Others? Is this clear?
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, meanwhile, I will give right query. You see, this is assignment. Okay, you have to work on this. Don't worry, I will share this on WhatsApp. Okay, okay, this is the one. So we are done with the constraint part. You have a lot of constraints. It's not, don't think that we have only one constraint of ID here greater than 5. You can write any constraint, whatever you want. Okay, you can apply constraint on name as well, or whatever you want. So just try few at your end and tell me what the responses we're getting. Okay. Then this was all about constraints. Let's come to the limit part. So what is this limit? I have few queries ready as well. Okay. This will save time. That's why I have done all these things for you guys, so that we can save some time, and this will speed up the process. So now what's the next thing? Limit. Try to understand what the limit is going to do for you. I think I don't have for student table. Let me check if it is there or not. Data will not be there in the student. Student data is there. It is not there. Perfect. I will set the time employee table. Only one record is there. Let me add a few more records in this table. 6, 7, B. Eight. Let's start from Android. Okay. See, now try to understand what I'm trying to tell here. Okay. So here you can see I haven't set a record in the employee table. Let me order by ID. Okay, if I run this, what should be the output? Order by ID
Should be ascending order automatically. I mean,
based on ID, right?
yep.
Okay, ascending order, but I have not mentioned anything here, ascending or descending. Why it has taken ascending order?
That's a default. I mean, if you do not specify anything, it's default that it takes automatically ascending.
Okay, perfect. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay, now see, sometimes what happens now that you don't want all the records. Okay, you just want 2 records or 3 records, something like that. Okay, so in Oracle you have this syntax. Then you have limit as well. I will show you limit as well. So if I write fetch first, suppose if I write 1 rows only. Okay, so it will show you only 1 row. See, only 1 row is coming. Okay. Similarly, if you want to see only 2 records, first 2 records, okay, it will show you first 2 records. 6 and 7 is coming. Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now I have a question. If it is clear, I want to fetch the last 2 records, means 9D and 10E. What should be the output for this? What is the query?
Fetch last 2 rows only.
Fetch last 2 rows only.
Last 2
rows only.
Last 2 rows only.
Oh, invalid statement.
Invalid statement.
So it means we cannot do anything with the last. We have to work only with the first. What to do? And you know, this is a very common question.
Descending, we can use descending above, order by ID descending.
Order by ID descending. Okay.
DESC. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That we can get the last 2.
Perfect. If I write this order by ID descending, what will happen? So if you run this, this will be in descending order.
Upside down. Yep.
Now you can implement this. Fetch first 2 rows. Okay. So you will get the first 10E and 9D. Right. So let me run that.
Right.
E and 90. Hope this is clear, everyone.
It is.
Abdul Malik, Shafia, Hamid Akmal, Somshekhar. This is a very, very, very important question asked these days, especially to the experienced guys from interview perspective. You scan the LinkedIn, you will get this question. Fetch first 2 rows, last 2 rows, and all those things. Okay. And this is not the only way. We have few more flavors. So same question we will try to do with some other queries as well. Okay. So this is clear or not? This is clear?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. Now apart from this, we have limit. Okay, maybe you might have heard about limit. Limit or the function of limit is exactly same what this is doing. Okay, and sorry, at very few places you will see that fetch first 2 rows or fetch first 4 rows and all those things will come. So this is used very, very, very rarely. So most of the time you will see that limit will be there. So actually limit doesn't works on this platform. It works on the what I can say that W3 schools. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm not sure what I have clicked and what has happened here.
No, I mean there's an arrow pointing upwards, just on the next to the third window. Above, right, towards right, towards right. Yeah, next to plus sign.
Just a minute. Let me disable this first of all. Floating controls. Oh yeah, I was able to see this one here.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So let me open w3schools.com. From there I can show you that. Okay, yeah. So here you can try that limit part because it works on the MySQL. Okay, and hopefully it will work here. Let me show this. Suppose if I'm running this first, select start from customers. Okay, so output you have all this customer ID. Okay, customer ID. Suppose I want to fetch the first two customer ID only. I want the details of first two customer IDs only. Okay, so what you can do here is limit to, let me run this first of all. Syntax running from clause to start from customers. Limit to. I have a problem of working on cross platform. Show this being a message. Limit 2 should work. This should work here. This is same way only. This should work here as well. Same thing, no? It's the same one and the same. Not sure why this is not working.
That's true.
Leave it, guys. But okay, so I will try and I will let you know because it works in the same way, but not sure why this is doing error message now. And what happened? Maybe okay. So this was all about limit. I will maybe we can try again, but it will behave the same way. It will give you the first two records. If you have mentioned limit 2, so it will show you the first two records. Okay. Similarly, if you write limit 4, it will show you the first 4 records.
And over here as well, if we want to see the last few, we'll have to do
the
it
same way you can do order by descending, and then you can revert that.
Sure.
I think this double threshold is hand. Perfect. Anyways, so any question on this? Anyone? Any question? Any question,
Not
guys?
as of now.
No. Okay. Do you think I'm running today? Is it like the speed, pace, something? I'm going with a very fast pace, something like that. Anyone who's feeling in this way? No.
I think we're good.
Okay. So let's start with the between operator. These are the very simple operators. So just wanted to finish this off. Okay. Let's start from drawing. Start from drawing. Okay, these are the data we have. Now, suppose if I will ask you a question that I want the detail of employees whose IDs are between 6 and 9. Okay, so one way is you can write like this where ID, okay, greater than 6 or ID is less than 9. Okay, this is one way. Correct. I will set it greater than 6. Okay, no, I cannot use or here. Okay, why it has given this result? Because I have mentioned ID greater than 6 or ID less than 9. So you should give me the IDs between 6 and 9, no? Then why I have received why is giving me this 10 as well?
That's a good question.
We'll answer this. Anyone? See, or means either this condition, okay, or this condition, or both the conditions. Okay, you're happy with all these things. So let's try to understand this, what is happening here. When I will run this, suppose if I'm running this one only, ID is greater than 6. Okay, I'll run this. So ideally,
All
what
of them are greater
output
than
means you should get from 7, 8, 9, 10, right?
9, 10. Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10 is coming here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I will run the next part of this query, means ID less than 9.
So I could pull the rest. 6, 7, 8.
Oh, Furkan, sorry. Can you please means I'm getting confused. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. Okay, so if it is less than 9, you have got output as 6, 7, 8. Okay, so less than 9 means you've got output as 6, 7, 8. But if it is greater than 6, you have received output as
7, 8, 9, 10.
7, 8, 9, 10. Now, Now here you have to understand. You have mentioned here all. All means you are happy with this and you're happy with this as well. Or you can tell in this way, the common of these two will come into picture. So 6, 7, 8 will be there from here. And from here 7, 8 is already we have covered. So 9 and 10 is remaining. So you will get 9 and 10 as well. Okay, so this is the meaning of or. So when I will execute this one, that's why you have received here 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10 is coming here. Is this clear, guys? You understood the meaning of or operator here?
So it fulfills both the requirement over here, right?
Yeah, right. Clear to everyone?
Yes, yes, clear.
Yeah, clear. If it is clear, then now tell me what should be the output of this one. So I mentioned here and, then what's the meaning of this?
7, 8.
7 and 8 only. You see, first of all, let's try to understand. If I mention and, so I have mentioned a boundary that I want between 6 and 9 only. So between 6 and 9, you have, I think 7 and 8 only. 7 and 8. Oh, this is clear?
Yep.
Hello? Clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have one shortcut technique for this. Select a star from employee where ID between 6 and 9. Okay, I'm running this and look to this examples very carefully. Okay, something different is going to happen here. Now when I have written between 6 and 9, when I've written between 6 and 9, so the output is 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? So now the question what you will get in interviews is between is inclusive or exclusive. So what do you think? Between is inclusive here or exclusive?
Inclusive.
Between is inclusive because what we have mentioned, what we have observed here is we have mentioned 6 and 9. So in the output we have 6 as well and 9 as well. So don't think that if I mention between 6 and 9, then it will give you between 6 and 9 like 7 and 8. No, it's not like that. Between is inclusive. That's why you will get 6, 7, 8, and 9. Is this clear? Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
it
It
is.
should be in order, me.
If you want to keep it in order, you can write here order by ID.
ID. Okay.
Okay. So these are few means simple. What happens? Secret one not properly in there.
Yeah. Hi, friends.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now this is clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this was about between. I think this is clear to everyone. Okay. Now a difference between delete, drop, and truncate. So what is delete, drop, and truncate? Let's try to understand this. These are very common questions we'll get in from interview perspective. Suppose in the same table, select the star from employee. Okay. I have this much record. Okay. Now I want to delete this record. So the first way what I can do is delete from employee. Okay. Maybe suppose I want to delete only the record where ID is equal to 7. So what's the syntax for that? I want to delete the record where ID is 7.
Where ID is
where ID is equal to
7.
7, right? This is one way. So, but by this way, you can delete only one record, which is record number 7. Okay. But suppose if I want to delete all the records, record number 7, record number 6, 8, 9, 10. So one way is I have to write that much number of queries, right? ID is equal to 6, correct? ID is equal to 8, like this. But you all will agree that if I have 100,000 or millions of records, so this process is not feasible, right? This will be very hectic. I do understand we can achieve the target, we can do the task, but that will very hectic task. So whenever you want to delete the entire data from any table, just write delete from employee. That's all. Because you don't want to apply any condition blindly, you want to delete all the data, then you can write delete from employee. Don't give any condition. Okay, let me run this. 5 rows deleted. So this is a shortcut technique. You want to delete all the records. Now if you want to check whether the record has been deleted or not, so you can write here select start from employee, and this will not give you any result, no data found. Hope this is clear.
If we would have wanted to delete between 7 and 9, we would have used the same query.
Okay, perfect. Very good question. You want to delete between 7 and 9. Who will answer this? Let me insert the data again. I've inserted records again. Okay. And Furkan has asked that I want to delete data between 7 and 8, you told, right?
7 and 9.
Between 7 and 9, or 7, 8, 9, or what?
Yeah, 7, 8, and 9. I mean, if we use between, it would include
anything. Just
7.
write in the where
Yeah.
condition. That's all. Between 7.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And
9. Very simple. Okay. If you see, if I will delete this, so what all records should be deleted if I will run this query?
6 and 10 should be left, right?
6 and 10 should be left, and 7, 8, 9 should be deleted. Okay, 3 rows deleted. Now let's verify if the correct row has been deleted or not. 6 and 10 are left out, 7, 8, 9 are deleted. Hope this is clear. Okay, guys.
It is.
Okay, and if you want to delete all the records, so what you can do, don't give any condition and just write delete from that table. But you have to be very much careful while using this in live project, because maybe if you delete some record, and that can create a problem. So you have to be very much what I can say, like careful while using those syntaxes of delete. Okay. Now this was all about delete. We have discussed that how we can delete one record and how we can delete multiple records. You guys, I'm again repeating. If you have any question, any other flavors you want, so please let me know. Okay. Apart from delete, you have one more statement: truncate employee. I'm not sure if it will take table as well. Let me try that. I'm putting syntaxes. Select truncate table employee. Table truncated. Now let's check if the data is there or not. Select star from employee, no data found. So you might be thinking that Tanveer, you have written truncate table employee here, something new you have written here. Okay. And earlier you have written delete from employee. So these two queries are doing more or less they're doing the same task. They both are deleting the data in the table, and the entire data is getting deleted. Hope you all agree, right?
Can we check the employee table using DESC?
Between using DSC.
Yep, I mean to see whether
I will come to that. I will come to that.
okay.
So delete and truncate, these two syntaxes of the queries which I'm showing on the screen. So I think you all will agree that then these two queries are doing the same task. You all agree, guys?
Yes, deleting the data.
Okay, they both are deleting the data. Then what is the difference between delete and truncate? Suppose if someone is telling me to delete all the records in the employee table, which one should I use? This is a question from interview perspective. Which one should I use, truncate or delete? What is your thought? There must be some difference, right?
Should be delete.
Okay, Prukan wants to go with delete. Anyone who wants to go with truncate, and what's the reason for that?
Truncate.
Why you want to go with truncate?
I think it deletes a whole table, not only the data.
But I have shown you that delete is also deleting the whole, entire data, right? And truncate is also deleting the entire data. So guys,
one of them deleting the structure as well for the table.
I will come to that. I will come to that. Okay.
I mean, if both of them are doing the same thing, I mean, there has to be.
Of course, yeah. Right? There must be, but there must be some reason that both of them are doing the same task. Okay. Right. So the only reason is, you see, like performance is a very, very, very important parameter in the world of what I can say database and ETL. Okay. I will tell you why. You all are using apps, right? Sometimes it happens you're using Amazon or Flipkart app, and sometimes it takes time to load. Okay. And I do agree that the problem is not because of your network bandwidth, but it is because of the bandwidth means latency at their end, right? You might have faced, maybe, I'm not sure if you have faced this or not, but this happens.
Yes, we have.
Why this happens? The reason is at the back end, they have multiple tables, they have multiple joins, and it takes a lot of time to fetch the data. And that's why we used to tell that the performance of this app is not that much good. So why that happened? Because of these concepts only. I do agree that delete and truncate, they both are doing the same task, but if someone is asking you from performance perspective, which one is better, then you have to go with this option, truncate. The truncate will delete the data at a much faster pace. If you have million of records, you can see the difference. Here the record is very less, it's like 6 to 7 records, so it's difficult to find it out. But if you have millions of records, okay, and you want to delete the data, then which option you will go with, delete or truncate?
Truncate.
Truncate. Better option from performance perspective. Hope this is clear. So that's the only difference. So whenever you have to delete data from the entire table, go with truncate. But truncate is having one limitation. If you want to delete one or two selected records, you have to go with the delete option. Hope this is clear. Any doubt question? Sorry, any doubt, guys?
No.
That is clear, yes. So does that mean that none of them delete the table structure? I mean, just out of curiosity.
I'm coming, sir. I'm coming on that.
Okay.
Okay, but that's good. You have curiosity to understand all these things, so that's really appreciable. So what I'm trying to do here is I have inserted again few records in this table, okay, and then I will show you some other flavor how you can delete data from a table, okay. Now you have this records, this much records, okay. Now you have one more concept, drop table employee. So if I will run this, you know what will happen? All the data will be deleted. Table dropped. Dropped means, let me show you.
Not the data, the table dropped. Right?
Yep. Take the star from employee. Table of view does not exist. Why it has happened?
So this one is used to delete the table structure.
Right. I think in the very beginning of this session, I have told you about drop, and at that moment I told you just wait for a few minutes, for a few sessions, and then I will tell you what drop is all about, okay? And that's why when we want to create any new table with the same name, we use this drop. So what is this drop? This drop is nothing, but it will drop the table. It's like a bulldozer coming to destroy a house. It's like that, okay? So it will destroy everything, okay? It's like that. So when you are using drop, the table structure, columns, everything will be gone. You'll not be having anything. I'm not talking about data. Nothing will be there. If in a house, some bulldozer is coming there to destroy it, how you can expect tenant to stay there, right? That's not possible, right? So in the similar way, if the drop table is dropping the table is structure at all, so you cannot expect the data to be present there. That's why if I'm trying to execute this, like start from employee, your data, table structure, column structure, constraints, everything will be gone. Okay. So now there are three ways to delete data from a table. Delete from employee. This is one way. And then you have truncate table employee. This is another way. And then you have drop table employee. Okay. So this.
Let me ask you something.
Just a minute. Let me complete. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe your answer will come on the way. Okay. So these are the three ways through which you can delete data from a table. You can use delete, you can use truncate, you can use drop. And all these three, they have their own pros and cons. Where you have to use delete when you want to delete data based on a condition. Okay. Truncate, it will be helpful when blindly you want to delete all the data of a table, but you have to keep the structure. Okay, a structure will not be deleted. The structure will be there. The structure of the table will be there. Drop will delete all the records from the table, but it will remove the structure at all. After executing the drop table statement, if you're writing select star from the table name or whatever it may be, it will throw you an error message that table of view does not exist. Why? Because it has removed the table at all. Okay, now question to you guys. If I want to delete data from the table, okay, I want to delete all the data from the table, which option should I use? Delete, truncate, or drop?
Depending on the how big the data is, it should be delete or truncate. Anyways, truncate is always better, as you mentioned.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other thought, guys? I want to delete all the records from a table. It's a million of records. Which option should I go with? Right now I have mentioned you have to go with the truncate option. Till you want to delete only the data, go with the truncate option. But if you want to remove the table itself, you don't want the table structure, go with the drop table employee. But this drop is a very, very, very dangerous keyword. If by mistake you have used this in your live project and the table is dropped, so get ready to get some good appreciations from your manager or the boss. Okay. So that's why I told you the drop is a very dangerous. So be careful while using this. Yeah, Furkan, over to you. You have some question. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone
So I mean,
else?
we cannot use the condition using truncate. I mean, like
No,
if we want to delete the
no,
data between 3rd of February till 6th of February, we'll have to go with delete, right?
delete. If you want to go record by record, go with delete. If you want to blindly delete the data from a table, go with truncate. If you don't like the table structure at all, you want to delete the table at all, okay, go with the drop. Drop is like you are doing some bombarding on the database.
Yeah, and
okay.
Right. Just a question. I mean, nothing related to this. I mean, if we wish to save the data but delete the structure, is there a way we can do it?
Of course, take a backup of this. Okay, I will show you that. Let me show this. Very good question, by the way. I think someone, Minhaj, has asked me this question in the very beginning, and at that moment, I have told him to wait. I will come to that point. Okay, very good question. Let me show this first of all. Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm preparing some data for this, and I can show you. Okay, this table itself is not there. Okay, so for that. Okay, I have done something. Don't bother about this, what all I have done. Okay, and it's a good question. What Furkan has asked. Okay, so let me give the answer for that. So first of all, in the same employee table, I have this 5 records. Okay, now Furkan is telling that, and I want to drop this table. Okay, but I'm afraid that if the table is dropped, I will lose the data itself. Okay. So is there any way? So yeah, you have a way. What you can do is take a backup of this, like this happens now very frequently. We used to do this. So to take a backup of this table, you first of all, you have to create a separate table, right? And this is what I have created here. Create table employee backup. I have written here employee backup. You can write any name. I'm not bothered about that. Just one thing which you have to take care is the data, that the column names must be same. Okay, sorry, names, if name is different, that's not that's something which you don't have to bother, but the number of columns must be same. Why? In the employee table, you have seen that we were having 2 columns, ID and name. So have you same ID and name here. Data type must be same. Here it is number, so here it must be number. Varchar25, Varchar25, this must be same. So first of all, I have created a backup table. Now I want to take the backup of the data in that backup table. So what you can write here is insert into employee backup, right? This is the table in which you want to take backup of data. You want to take backup of which data? You want backup of select star from employee. So all the data of employee table will now be moved to employee backup table. Okay, let's run this. 5 rows inserted. Now, if you want to check that data has moved perfectly or not, you can write select star from employee backup. Now let's run this. Okay, so now you have backup table. So your data is saved. Now, if you want, you can drop the employee table. Table drop. Now, if you want to see the structure, the data has been table has been dropped correctly or not, you can write this like star from employee. Okay, and it should throw an error message. The table of view does not exist. Perfect. Hope I answered the question, Furkan.
It did, yes.
Okay,
Thanks.
so this is again one of the way, I think Minhaj has asked me this question, I think in the very first or second session, that how we can take a backup. So this is the way you can take a backup, but guys, do remember that the table in which you're trying to take a backup, the column, number of columns and the data type of those columns must be same. Don't bother about the name of the column. If the name is different, that's not a problem. Hope this is clear. Any question on this? Any question? Someone has joined now.
I thought.
Okay, any question on this, guys?
No.
Last question. I'm waiting for question. Nope. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, so if no questions, no issues. But the thing is, you should understand this important points and the concepts. Okay. Now, I think the difference between. Let me go to the agenda quickly. And before that, let me take a backup of this. I don't trust this live SQL. No, I'm not checking this on the live SQL. Okay. Let's save this after some time. So we are done with the difference between delete, drop, and truncate, and I hope you guys have understood. But before moving to anywhere and all those things, I want to start with the minus operation. Okay. Minus. Okay. Now, what is minus operation? Let's try to understand this. Before this, I will do something here. Create table employee ID number. First of all, I'm trying to keep it very simple, so that first of all you should understand the definition of minus, what it is, and then we will slowly move into the complexity of that. Okay, values 1 and very simple. I'll keep it first of all values 2. Okay, perfect. These concepts, guys, are very important, whether you're working on a live project or you're going to face interviews. For sure, I can bet on this. You are going to get questions on these concepts. Okay, fine. So what I have done here is I have created 2 tables. Name is already used by existing object. Perfect. Name is already used. So let me drop the name. Top table EMP, EKP. Drop this. Table dropped. Now try to create this again. Table created. Now let's try to understand this. Okay. So again, we are now we're going to understand the concept of minus. Those who knows these concepts, please keep some patience level. Okay. 1 is coming how many times here? Just a minute. Delete from employee where ID is equal to. That's why I used to prepare data before the session, because it kills time. 3 rows deleted. Okay, fine. So now I have ID 1 and 2 I have stored in this employee table. Fine. And then I have a backup table. Select a star from employee BKP backup. Now how many records are there in this table?
Only one.
Oh, I think it was
Oh, no data because we dropped. I mean, we deleted it. Yes.
no, here we have done the mistake and that's when duplicate was coming there. Okay. Okay, no, let's try to understand. We have two tables. Select star from employee. In employee table, I have 1 and 2 ID, and employee backup table, I have only one ID. Okay, so sometimes you have to check. Okay, I'm not telling you first of all what minus. I will write something here. You have to apply your common sense, and you have to tell me the output. Some output will come on your screen. Okay, you have to look into the output and you have to tell me that what is happening here. It's something like puzzle for you. Okay, I'm running this. Okay, and if you get some output, you have to tell me the reason for that output.
Should be 2.
Why 2 is coming here?
Because it's looking at the data at employee table and employee backup, and then you use minus. So whatever there is under the backup, it would show rest. I mean, which is available on the regular table, but not on backup.
Yeah. So the meaning of minus is, okay, so I'm asking database that tell me the data which is present in employee but not present in employee backup. I repeat, the meaning of minus is I'm asking database that show me the data which is present in employee but not present in employee backup. This is the definition of minus keyword. So if you see in employee table, we have ID 1 and 2, but ID 1 is already present in employee backup. So this is not something what we are looking for. ID 2 is something which we are looking for because this ID 2 is not present in employee backup. That's why when I ran this, you got the output as 2 because ID 2 is present in employee table, but not present in employee backup table. Hope this is clear. Any question on this? Okay.
No questions.
If this is clear, then I have another question. And except for Khan, everyone can tell the answer for this. Okay. So you guys have to try and tell me the answer for this. So I will see who will give you the answer for this if I will run this query. What should be the output for this? I have just reversed this. Who will tell me? Yeah.
No data. Very good.
No data. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, perfect. Very good. Perfect answer. So what I'm trying to tell here is, first of all, you have to understand what I'm trying to tell. I'm telling to DB that tell me the data which is present in employee backup, but not present in employee. So there's no record which is present in employee backup, but not present in employee. You can see ID 1, it is present here as well. So it means there is no record. So if I will run this, no data found. Is this clear, guys?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now I'm going on. So this was about the definition of minus. Now we will see some more flavors of this. Okay. I'm requesting again, if you have any question, please ask me because this is going to be complicated now. Job table employee, backup. I have dropped both these tables. Okay. I'm trying to do something different here. Create table employee. Remember name bracket 2 10. Okay. Insert into employee values 1A. Okay, fine. Now, so I have created two tables now, and this is again minus only, but a little bit complex. Okay. In the employee table, you have this data 1A, 1B, 2C, 2D. Okay. If you want, I will show you this. Let's start from employee. This. Okay. 1A, 1B, 2C, and 2D. Okay. Similarly, in the employee backup, you have select star from employee backup. You have 1A and 2C. Hope the format is clear. Okay. Now I am running this. Select the star. No, not star. Leave that for typing. Okay. First of all, hope this format is clear. Okay. Now I'm running a query. Select ID from employee minus select ID from employee backup. Now you have everything in front of you at screen. You have data in employee table. You have data in backup table. Now tell me the output of this query.
Only IDs will be deleted.
No data found.
No data found. Okay, to response. No data found. Anyone else? I think Shafia has told something. Shafia, what is your opinion?
I think IDs will be deleted.
Sorry, what do you think? IDs?
Same or similar IDs will be removed from the table.
Okay, now and no data found. Okay, any other response? Okay, let's try to understand this. First of all, select ID from employee. In employee, how many IDs are there? 1, 1, 2, 2, right? Sorry, right?
Yep.
In employee backup, how many IDs are there? 1,
1,
2, right? Fine. I'll see. I have not written star here. Please make a note of this. I've just written ID. So now if I will run this, what should be the output? Ideally, if you will see this 1 and 2, this one, suppose this one cancels this one. Okay. So, but apart from this, you're left with 1, 1, right? This 2 cancels this 2, but still you have 1, 2 available here. So overall, as per our expectation, the output should be 1, 2, right? Because this is this data is present there. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I mean, logically, yes.
Now, let me run this.
Sure.
I'm running this data. So you guys were correct. You'll get no data found. The reason is, please listen very carefully. You have 1, 1, 2, 2. That's what I have told you. Okay. And here you have 1, 2. Very, very, very common question from interview perspective. Actually, what happens? Minus is an operator in SQL which is having distinct. Okay, minus is a keyword in SQL which is having distinct by default. It's like a bonus point. Whenever minus will work, it will work along with distinct. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here is, you are thinking that it should give 1122, but it will take distinct of this, and you are left with only 1,2. Is this clear? So now you have to compare this data with this data, and that's why this is throwing you a message that no data found, because minus works on distinct. Hope this is clear. Not clear? Guys, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, it is clear.
Clear to everyone? Anyone who wants me to repeat this, I will repeat. I don't have any concern. I'm repeating. Okay. See, minus, it works along with distinct. Okay. If you might be thinking that, tell me, this is select ID from employee, and employee I have 1122 1122, and then select ID from employee backup. In backup I have 12 only. So when we have done the first level of analysis, we observe that okay, this one will be cancelled with this one, this two will be cancelled with this two, so we are left with 1,2. So ideally output should be 1,2, but when I run this, you have seen that the output was no data found. So why this happened? The reason is, you are thinking that this is 1122, but internally what SQL does is, whenever it will see that minus is there, it take distinct of this and to make this 1,2. So now you have to compare this with this, and they both are one the same. That's why no data found should be the output. Or else you can understand that SQL, what it does is, if this is the query, it will translate this in this pattern. So if I will run this query as well, you will get the same output, no data found. Any doubt on this question? If you have clarification, or I'm confusing you guys? No data found. So this is one the same like this, but we don't write distinct here because by default internally minus operates with the distinct, what I can say, like keyword. So so you can get these questions in the examinations as well, that if I'm writing, sorry, interviews as well, that if I'm writing distinct with minus, that makes sense? That doesn't make any sense, but it will not throw you an error message as well. Hope this is clear. Okay, if this is clear, then I'm giving one more question. Okay, what about this? If I will suppose, if I will reverse it. Select ID from employee backup minus select ID from employee. What should be the output of this, guys? What should be the output of this?
No data found.
No data found. Anyone else? Anyone else who wants to try? No data found. Hope this is clear.
It's distinct. I mean, anyhow, it would work the same way.
Same way, yeah. Distinct. That's why it will work the same way. Now that's why I think recently, I think last week, I have posted one SQL query on LinkedIn on the same pattern, that minus, it avoids duplicate records. And again, this is a limitation of minus. If you're getting this question, the what's the limitation of minus, then you can tell that minus, it ignores the duplicate records, because ideally, okay, ideally you should be thinking that is having 4 records here, and here you're having 2 records, and it's saying no data found. So you will see everything, you will think that everything is fine, everything is perfect, but actually things are not fine. In employee table you have 4 records, in employee backup you have 2 records. But this is again one of the limitation of minus. Okay, now I have one more question, okay, and I will see who is going to give me the answer for this. Okay, this question here, select name from employee minus name from. What should be the output of this? Someone has told the correct answer.
B and D.
P and T. Anyone else? See, again, let's do the analysis of this. In employee, how many names are there? A, B, C, D, right? A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D. Okay. Employee backup, how many names are there? A and C only, right? A, comma, C. Now tell me which value. Tell me out of this A, B, C, D, which value is present in employee but not present in employee backup?
Present AC, missing
BD.
BD.
BD is not present.
No, I mean present AC, missing BD.
Meeting BD, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let me run this and show you the output. B and A's output. Hope this is clear.
Yep.
What about this? Oh, no. What about this?
AC.
No data.
No data. Perfect. Very good. No data. Why? Because in employee backup, you have A and C, right? An employee table, you have A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D. Now tell me which value you have an employee backup, but not present in employee table. A is present in employee, C is also present in employee, so there is no record. That means it should give you the output that no data found. And this. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, the last question. I hope you guys not thinking that I am boring you and spoiling your evening time. But what to do? I just want to finish this different flavors. Tidy, comma, name, and try back. What about this, guys? Who will tell me the answer for this?
1B, 2D.
1B, 2D. Okay, anyone else? 1B, 2D. 1B, 2D. Is this correct? Because 1B is not present here, right? And 2D is again not present here. That's why 1B and 2D. Why 1A is not the output? Because 1A is already present here. 2C is already present here. So this is about minus. So that's all. We are done with minus, not done for the day. About minus, this is a very, very common questions you will get on this. So if someone asks you, tell me the limitation of minus, what's the limitation? Except Furkan, who will tell me. What is the limitation of minus? Guys, come on, yeah, I will get frustrated if you not tell me the answer for this. What is the benefit? What's the limitation of minus? Who will tell me? Okay. Yeah.
It can't be used star, select star from employee minus select star from M backup.
Yeah, you can use that. I will show you that as well. Let me show you that. So, minus select a star from employee, anything. I think I started with a star only. You can use this as well. You get the same output, 1A and 2C. 1 and 2C is correct.
When we start, if one of the values is different.
No, just a minute. So start from line back up 1A. No, I'm confused. What's happening here? Start from, oh, again codes here. No, that's right. That's good. of that one. You get the same output. Oh no, backup applicants. In backup, you don't have any data which is not present in employee, right? That's why no data found. But if you write employee minus employee backup, we get the same result. So if you want to write the each and every column, you can write each and every column. You can write star, that depends on it. Okay, 1B and 2D. Hope this is clear. Any other question, guys?
So when we are using star, if one of the column is different, one of the value is different.
Is it different? I don't think so. Okay, 1B and 2D, right? Let me run this one. Same 1B and 2D. So is this clear? Hello, is this clear? So you can use star or you can write the column names. They both are one and the same.
Yep.
Okay, now I have a question. Okay, I think Furkan has asked me that I want to take a backup before dropping a table. So do we have a way that we can take backup? Okay, and I have mentioned at that moment, yeah, you have a way you can take a backup of the data. Okay, but my question is, suppose in the same employee table, okay, employee table, we have data, and Furkan has taken backup of this employee table in employee backup table. Okay, now I just wanted to confirm with Furkan that how you can are you sure that the data which you have taken in employee backup is exactly same with the data which is present, which was present in employee table, and how you can assure that? Are you getting a question, guys?
We can use minus.
You can use minus. Okay, select the star from employee.
Did you execute the entire stuff?
It's taking time. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure why this is taking time. Okay. Why is it in
You executed the entire page.
No, there's yeah, you're correct. Anyway, see, guys. So what I am trying to tell you here is, if you're getting this question, no, that you have taken backup of a table, how you can assure that the data in that table is correct or not. So how you can do? So the answer is like, you are going to do that with a minus, but that's incorrect answer. I will tell you why. Anyone who can tell me why I'm telling that's not the correct answer, that you will use minus to check the data is the data has flown there in the backup table or not. Why I'm telling that's not the correct answer? What is the problem with that?
You mean, is it a problem with that, or is it not the correct way to compare?
Yeah, miss. Yeah, that's not the correct way. So why I'm saying that's not the correct way to check with minus query?
But I mean, when you say it is not the correct way, would we get the accurate answer if we do the minus for both of the tables, or there's something wrong with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. That if you're using minus, okay, like what? Suppose here you have an employee table, this original table, okay, and you have taken backup in the employee backup table, okay.
It will only show the missing data if there is any.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. If my question to you is that Furkan, how you can confirm me, how you can assure me that what all data which is present in employee table, I'm not bothered about duplicates. I want all the data in employee table to be present in employee backup. Okay. And suppose what has happened here is in employee table, you have it as 1A, 1A, okay, 2B, 2B, okay. And suppose because of something, because of truncation of data, something has happened, and employee backup, you have only data 1A and 2B. So what do you think? If I will run this, let's start from employee minus select star from employee backup, what should be the output of this query? No data found, right?
Yes, that's true.
right? You will get no data found. And once you will see that, okay, no data found, it means all the data of employee table has moved to employee backup table, but that is incorrect because we have duplicates, maybe 1A and this 2B. It was missing here. And then this is giving you the output that no data found, and you will see that, okay, everything is perfect. So that is why you should not check with the minus only when you have to check the data backup is correct or not, because it fails if you have duplicate records in the table. But if someone is assuring you that there is no duplicates, then you can go ahead with the minus. There is no problem with this. Hope this is clear. Now, how you can check that in the employee table, do you have duplicate records or not? What is the query for that? We have discussed, I think, in the last session. Who will tell me? Who will tell me answer for this? Now, in this table, do you have duplicate records? Oh, guys, yes or no?
No, sir.
No,
No.
if we talk about IDs and names, yes,
If you're talking about ID column, so we have duplicates, right?
we do.
Yeah, if I'm talking about ID and name together, like composite primary key, then I do agree that we don't have duplicate records. But if
Right.
I'm considering only ID, then do we have duplicates or not here? We
We
have
do.
duplicates, right? Now you have to write a query. How you can confirm it through a query that we have duplicate records in this table? Anyone who has remembered that query? Select ID from employee having count of a star. I have discussed this or not. I'm not sure in which batch
Yes,
I have
yes, you have
discussed.
discussed this.
We have discussed.
You have discussed this, yes.
Okay, perfect. Group by ID. So it means this 1 and 2 is coming 2 times. And if you want to see that how many times it is there, you see, I mentioned here consts are greater than 1. So greater than 1, it doesn't mean only 2 times. Maybe it can be 3 times, 4 times, or whatever it may be. If you want to see the exact count, you can write here count of star. Again, very common question. Duplicates, how you can check duplicates, how you can remove duplicates, and all those things. So this 1 is coming 2 times, 2 is coming 2 times. So if you see that, okay, duplicate records are there in this table. Now tell me, you want to go with a minus query to confirm that that data backup is correct or not?
Nope.
No. So guys, this was all about what I was saying, all about minus. If you have any questions, please ask questions. If you don't have any question, you wish. Okay. Now the next one is NVL. I think you guys are not exhausted. Shall we go ahead for more 10 to 15 minutes more? Is that fine? Fine. You want to fine for everyone?
Okay.
Furkan is exhausted and there was no energy in that okay word.
I mean, I've got another call at 7:30.
It was
so
7:30.
Drop. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just 5 minutes, is it possible for you, Furkan?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can.
Just want to
do that, yes.
cover that NVL part. Okay, and then leave
Sure.
all these things. We can cover that tomorrow.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
So
Thanks.
what I'm trying to do here is insert into employee values 3 null. See, purposely I have inserted a null record in this table. Okay, now I will show you the magic of NVL, what it can do for you. So you can see that we have here one ID3 with name null. So I'm doing something here. Okay, and you guys have to tell me that what has happened here. You have to apply your common sense and you will tell me that what new has happened here. Okay, I'm running this. I'll see who is applying his puzzle mind here. Yeah, this is output. What do you think? What has happened here? One A, B, B, C, C, D, D. Till here, everything is same, right? No
Yes,
change.
it is.
Here, what has happened? Where null was there, you got here output as
It
NA.
should NA.
Why? Because this is the magic of NVL keyword. NVL keyword, what it will do for you is you have written NVL name comma NA. So you are telling to SQL that wherever in name column, if you are finding null records, then replace that with NA. That's why here null, you are getting NA. You can write anything. I've just written here NA. You can write NAP, BC, whatever you want. Okay, let me run this and that will be present here. Right? So this is the magic of NVL. Hope this is clear.
Right. Just for the display.
Just for the display purpose.
Okay. Yes.
No,
yes,
sometimes
yes,
it happens.
yes.
No, you're filling a form. Okay, it happens that you have to write not applicable, something like that, where null values are there. So this is for that purpose, display purpose. But again, this is very useful if you're going for the complex queries. Okay, means I will tell you how this is useful. Okay. Right. No. So for that, I have to add one more column here, and that will take time. But quickly, I will tell you how that is useful. Sometimes you are using an operation of division, like ID divided by some other thing like salary. Okay, from any table, employee, or something like that. Okay, and suppose salary is null. So what will happen? ID by null. So your SQL will throw you an error message that I cannot handle this because division by null is not possible. That's what you write here as you write NVL salary comma 1. So you're telling that if salary is nothing there, assume it as a 1. So here the division will be possible. So if you are working on data analytics or data scientists, so generally they have to do this kind of calculations so to make it perfect. So guys, I'm done for the day. Furkan, if you want to leave, you can leave now. Okay, and we will connect on the same time tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
I think.
yeah, perfect. So other guys, if you have any question, anything.
And I would request you to share those Excel files for
I will share that. I will share that. No issues. I will share that. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Fine. Thank you.
I'll be dropping off. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Bye. Others, any question, any doubt? Abdul Malik, Taf Hassan, Amir Akmal, Somshekhar, any question you have on this? On the topics what we have discussed? Because I'm not getting good questions, very less interaction. But if you have understood everything, I don't have any concern because maybe it happens sometime like the first time if you are understanding anything, if you're learning anything, it takes time to digest and then you come up with the questions. I don't have any concern in that way. But if you think that no, this is with complex things, then we try to make it more simple, try to reduce the speed, something. Yeah, please tell me. Otherwise, I will feel bad if you guys are not understanding the concepts. Who wants to open up? Anyone?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Somsekhar, you were saying something. So you understood everything what I taught today?
Yeah, clear. I need to practice actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. So same with everyone. You guys have understood everything what I taught. Okay, hope everything is clear. So that's all. We are done for the day today. And I think we left with some max mean average. I'll try to finish this off tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is Sunday. And then let's see, we can start the joint city expressions. But this like these are the important one. Okay. And for this, I need at least 2 days, 2 to 3 days will be required for this. And this is the main crux. Why I'm telling this is the main crux, because all these things what you have studied here, no, this will come in this part. Some window function, rollup, join, city expression, subquery, independent query, and all these things. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. So let's connect tomorrow again at the same time, 6 o'clock. Fine. Thank you. Bye. Take care.